Welcome to History and Philosophy, the place where the past meets deep thinking. Today, we're diving into the life and legacy of one of the most influential thinkers in history, Rene Descartes. You've probably heard the phrase, "I think, therefore I am." But who really was Descartes? What were his big ideas? And how did his philosophy shape the world we live in today? Let's find out. Rene Descartes was born on March 31, 1596, in La Haye in Touraine, France, a town now named Descartes in his honor. He was born into a well-off, noble family. His mother died when he was just 1 year old, and he was raised mostly by his grandmother. From an early age, Descartes showed exceptional intelligence and curiosity. At just 8 years old, he was sent to the Jesuit College of La Flèche, one of the most prestigious schools in France at the time. There, he studied classical literature, mathematics, logic, and philosophy, but he also grew skeptical of what he was taught. After university, he studied law at the University of Poitiers, but soon realized he was more interested in truth than in legal practice. His search for truth took him across Europe, even joining the military for a time, but it was in the quiet solitude of the Netherlands that his ideas truly flourished. Descartes wasn't just a philosopher, he was also a mathematician, scientist, and writer. Some of his most important works include Discourse on the Method, 1637. This is where he famously wrote, "Cogito ergo sum," I think, therefore I am. This work lays out his method for acquiring knowledge through rational doubt and reason. Meditations on First Philosophy, 1641. A deeper exploration of metaphysics and epistemology. In it, Descartes tries to establish knowledge on a foundation so firm that it can't be doubted. Principles of Philosophy, 1644. A systematic presentation of his philosophical and scientific thoughts, combining his metaphysics with natural science. Geometry, a part of his discourse, where he introduces what we now call the Cartesian coordinate system, forever linking algebra and geometry. These works made Descartes a towering figure in both philosophy and science, laying the groundwork for much of modern thought. So, what exactly did Descartes believe? At the core of his philosophy is the method of doubt. Descartes believed that to find truth, we must doubt everything that can possibly be doubted. He wanted to strip away all assumptions, including the evidence of the senses, and rebuild knowledge from the ground up. This leads to his famous conclusion, "Cogito ergo sum," I think, therefore I am. Even if everything else is an illusion, the very act of thinking proves that the thinker exists. Descartes is also known for dualism, the idea that the mind and the body are two fundamentally different substances. The mind, or soul, is immaterial and capable of thought. The body is material and functions like a machine. This separation influenced centuries of debate on consciousness, the soul, and the nature of reality. In ethics and religion, Descartes believed in God and tried to prove God's existence using rational arguments. For Descartes, God was the guarantee that the clear and distinct ideas we have, like mathematics, are true and reliable. In short, Descartes sought certainty through reason, not tradition or faith. He is often called the father of modern philosophy because he shifted the focus from external authorities to internal reason, from what we are told to what we can prove. So why does Descartes matter today? First, his thinking laid the foundation for modern science. By promoting reason, observation, and skepticism, Descartes helped move Europe out of the medieval worldview and into the scientific revolution. Second, his emphasis on the individual mind, on the thinking self, had profound political implications. Descartes helped pave the way for Enlightenment thinkers like John Locke, Voltaire, and Rousseau, who would later argue for individual rights, freedom of thought, and democratic governments. This shift contributed to the rise of the nation-state system. Rather than being ruled by divine right or ancient traditions, modern states increasingly base their legitimacy on rational governance, law, and the consent of individuals, ideas rooted in Descartes, celebration of human reason. Even today, you can feel Descartes' influence in everything from scientific research to human rights, from modern psychology to AI and consciousness studies. Rene Descartes died in 1650 in Stockholm, where he had been invited by Queen Christina of Sweden. But his legacy lives on. He taught us that doubt is not the enemy of knowledge, but its beginning. That reason is our most powerful tool, and that the search for truth starts within. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Descartes, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a journey through history and philosophy. And tell me in the comments, what do you think of Descartes' idea, "I think, therefore I am"? Does it still hold up today? Thanks for watching, and remember, those who don't learn history or philosophy are doomed to repeat it.